In this video we show how to prepare and set up for pH multipoint calibration and how to do the titration during the calibration process. First, start with preparing the buffer solutions for the calibration. Colored buffers, often used for pH electrodes, can interfere with chemical optical sensors and should not be used. We recommend using the PBS buffer system described on our website. You will need 2 beakers or vessels that can at least hold 1 liter of liquid. Now you can set up for the calibration process. You will have to use one sensor for the calibration, and the calibration data you will generate will then be valid for all pH sensor spots from the same batch. If your pH sensors are integrated with single-use culture vessels, you will have to sacrifice at least one of the vessels for calibration and cut out the sensor. For the calibration procedure, you will need a water bath to keep the temperature constant during the process, a calibrated reference pH electrode, and the buffer solutions you have prepared. First, place the 2 buffer solutions in the water bath. Wait for about 30 minutes so the buffers can adjust to the temperature of the water bath. Steer the calibration solution all the time during equilibration and calibration with a magnetic steerer. Place the calibrated pH electrode in the buffer. Connect the sensor to a polymer optical fiber and place it in a vessel filled with the acidic buffer solution A so the sensor spot is completely covered. Make sure there are no air bubbles on the sensor surface. Then let the sensor spot equilibrate for at least 180 minutes. Now connect the temperature sensor to your PreSens pH meter and put it into the buffer solution. Alternatively, you can enter the temperature of the water bath in the software manually. Then connect the polymer optical fiber to the meter. Measure the pH of the buffer and enter the value shown by the electrode in the software. Check if the reading is stable, then enter the phase value measured with the pH sensor spot connected to the pH meter in the software. Change the pH of the buffer solution by adding some of the basic buffer solution B. You will only need a small amount of buffer solution B to change the pH value. Now wait for at least 10 minutes and allow the sensor to adjust. During this time you can disconnect the optical fiber from the pH meter to avoid sensor bleaching by the constant measurements. When the electrode shows a stable pH value, you can reconnect the optical fiber and check if the sensor's phase value has stabilized. Then enter the reference pH value in the software and transfer the phase value of the pH sensor spot. Create at least 5 data couples of pH and phase values by changing the pH of the sample. Here is an example for suitable pH values for a multipoint calibration. Make sure that the achieved pH values cover the pH range of interest for your application. For further instructions on handling the multipoint calibration in the PreSens Measurement Studio 2 software and how to apply the new calibration data to your measurements, please watch our separate video linked here.